We have our first South Carolina Gamecock, Kingsley Enagbare. He's ready for questions. To your left here, second row.
What do you remember from the Kentucky game last season?
I actually was at home, had caught COVID, so I was watching the game from TV, so don't remember too much from it live.
Stay here on your left, third row.
Kingsley, tell me about this defensive line and your mentality. Do you feel like it has to be the strength of the entire defense when you look at some of the guys, yourself included, Zach Pickens, Jordan Birch, a bunch of others? Do you feel like you guys have to be the strength of this defense for this season?
We necessarily don't feel like we're this, or we do feel like we're one of the strengths, but we don't feel like we have to be the strength because we're pretty confident in our whole defensive scheme and all of the guys, whether it's the secondary, the linebackers. But our defensive line had a lot of seniors and people who produced over the last couple of years come back. So we definitely are one of the veteran groups on the team, and definitely expecting a lot of production, whether it's from me, myself, Aaron Sterling, Jabari Ellis, Zach Pickens, Jordan Byrd, Jordan Strong. We definitely have a lot of guys who definitely can make some noise this year.
We'll go to your right in the fourth row.
Coach Beamer's one of the new guys here at Media Days. What's something about him that you found out that a lot of people probably don't know yet?
Very high energy. Definitely love the guys. Definitely for us and vouches for us, and give us the freedom to make changes that we feel appropriate. So I'm definitely rocking with Coach Beamer this year.
We'll go to your left in the third row.
Rick Henry, WIS-TV, Columbia, South Carolina. What's it like as a defensive guy going against the running backs that you have on your roster right now? How tough is it going against those guys?
It's definitely tough, and it's definitely a fun experience. Most of the guys, they talk crap back when we talk crap to them, so it's definitely a competitive practice with them. And so we definitely got a deep running back room, 3 guys where I feel like legit can make some noise in the SEC, whether it's Zakondre Wright, Marshawn Lord, or Kevin Harris. We definitely have some guys in the running back room.
Stay here on the left, second row.
Looking ahead, Kentucky is your conference home opener. What sticks out to you about that matchup?
Kentucky's always a good match. Definitely a competitive game, especially this year. I think is it going to be at their home? But yeah, this year is definitely going to be looking forward to it, especially since I didn't play last year. So definitely trying to come out with a victory now.
Third row here on the left.
Todd Summers, WSPA TV out of Spartanburg. How do you approach the name, image, and likeness now that allows you to benefit from that in the off season? And then how do you think you approach it once the season gets here?
Honestly, I'm really just taking it as it goes. Just waiting for the right deal to strike, and not to be in a rush to do anything. Because ultimately, my play is going to do most of my selling, so I'm not too pressed about anything right now.
We'll go back to the left.
Of course, the South Carolina fan base is excited about a new coach, a new beginning, so to speak, for South Carolina football. But around the country, Gamecocks not getting a whole lot of love, not expected to do too much in the SEC. When you see or read things like that, does that inspire you? Does it make you angry a little bit because you're not getting the respect you think you deserve?
It most definitely is. The disrespect is definitely is not tolerated. Because we definitely feel like we're going to be a championship contender this year, and we definitely have some pieces where we feel like can really dominate. And but yeah, it definitely strikes us and gets our blood blowing. And yeah, ultimately, I really can't control what other people think about us because they're not with us from a day-in aspect. So honestly, it really doesn't matter.
Okay, to your right here, second row.
Hey, JJ, Donnie Bianca with the Big Spur and 24/7 Sports. How does this past summer, the workout program with Luke Day, maybe compare to others? Where do you feel this team's mindset is this summer compared to previous seasons?
This summer, I would definitely say that team energy is definitely be up, and the crowd morale of the team is definitely up, and we're just committed. I would say we all bought into the system and bought into Coach Day and Coach Beamer teachings. So I'm definitely expecting some good things from us this year.
On the left here, third row.
Kind of to that point, can you give me some noticeable differences for the way things were done a year ago under the Muschamp regime and how they've changed under Coach Beamer and the whole staff that has changed under him?
I really wouldn't say it was a big difference. I would probably say just the team mindset kind of changed it a little bit. Sometimes I feel like people need to go through change to really change themselves. And I feel like what we went through this year, the last 6 months. I feel like it's definitely a change for the better, though.
Yes. To your right.
If I could follow up with Luke Day a little bit, what has he kind of implemented this summer that's been different from what you've done? Any certain workouts that have really caught your eye and feel have made an impact on the team?
He's a big preacher on love because, in a sense, as football players are just a team, being a team sport, we always preach love, but we don't really understand what that means or really like take actions to show love for each other. But he's definitely challenged us to actually understand what love is and to show love for their brothers, whether it's holding like finish your rep, completed the rep for your brother to make sure so we won't have to restart type thing, pushing through fatigue, stuff like that, mental battles, just so your brother can get through the workout type thing. So I would probably say that's the biggest thing we went through.
Another question here on your right.
What's it going to take for you guys to beat Texas A&M this year? And is this the year you guys can snap the 7-game losing streak to them?
You can repeat that?
What's it going to take to be able to beat Texas A&M this year? You guys have lost 7 in a row to the Aggies. And do you think this is the year that you guys can finally get the rivalry trophy back?
Oh, yeah. I feel like we definitely can, with anybody on our roster, or not roster, but schedule, I feel like we can definitely beat any team and compete with any team in the SEC or nationally. So I feel like definitely this year would be the year we beat them.
Stay here on your right, second row.
All the offensive linemen you guys have on your team, I mean, you've probably gone against a bunch of those guys a lot over the years. Who are some of the I guess, best battles you've had? What have those been like? What can you recall about some of that stuff?
For me, probably Dylan Wanham. He's definitely a technician and freak athlete for our O-lineman. Definitely, we get some battles in, and also helps me. So he's one of our better O-linemen, veterans on the group. So sometimes I'll beat him, and then I'll give him pointers on what he did wrong, and then vice versa. He'll give me pointers on what I did wrong, type thing. So he's definitely a fun thing going against him and learning from him and be able to take notes with each other.
Another question here on your right.
JJ, given what Coach Peterson did with DJ Wanham and what he's done with you and Aaron Sterling, what kind of reputation do you think he's building as an edge rusher, defensive end coach in the college game?
He's definitely trying to put his foot, or is putting his foot in the game where, like you said, he has me, Aaron Sterling, and DJ Wanham, who's probably about to have a dominating season this year. So he's definitely one of the better coaches in the SEC at the D-line position and producing good talent. And we got other cats that's about to do well too, whether it's Jordan Byrd, Jordan Strong. So he's definitely doing a great job, phenomenal job, and producing talent.
Another question on the right.
I guess sticking with the Jordans, what have you seen from Byrd as he's, I guess, gotten a full year under his belt, and Strong, of course, now that he's been with you guys for, 6-7 months or now since he transferred in?
Oh, yeah. Jordan Byrd's definitely making tremendous strides this year. He's definitely maturing as a football player mentally and physically, developing his body more so he can just look more like a college player or whatnot. Not saying he wasn't that last year, but then the other Jordan Strong, he's definitely about to make some noise in the SEC, leading the nation last year in sacks. And then he, I think, added like 40 pounds of muscle, straight muscle, good weight this year to, I guess, better prepare for the SEC schedule. But them two definitely going to be making some noise this year.
Do we have a final question? If not, thanks very much, Kingsley.
Thank y'all.